arrived in Chicago.
Elite Kill 3 out here in Chicago, technically Rosemont at the 2023 National Sports Collectors Convention. There's probably going to be 1,000 other videos of people showing the entrance to the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, and so I'm going to skip that part, and we'll just talk about the show real quick. So if you didn't have a chance to get out to this one, I mean, I wouldn't dwell on it too much. The AC went out, so there's a whole section of the show where it's just toasty hot with a bunch of sweaty men on each other, if that sounds good to you. But it's definitely still fun. I saw some people, friends and stuff from the past. I think this is my 10th, maybe probably 11th or 12th national. I don't know. 2010 was the first one I went to in Baltimore, but found some pretty cool stuff. It was cool to see some kids trading and opening packs. I feel like 10, 12 years ago that was definitely less prevalent to where it's at now. Just a lot more kids being involved in the hobby, which is cool. Definitely a positive. Aside from that, I thought prices were fair. I thought dealers were definitely actively looking to make deals. Not, you read online about stuff at the National being all overpriced. There is stuff that's overpriced, but for my experience, the stuff I tried to make deals on, the dealers were definitely willing to negotiate and sell them at reasonable prices, which was nice. I kind of felt pressured a little to buy stuff because I flew out to Chicago. It's only an hour flight from Kansas City, but for some reason coming out to the National gives me a little pressure just to buy some stuff. And I'm not going to say that I forced some of these buys, but they're cards that I typically seek out. So I thought if I could buy them and maybe upgrade the PC and hold some for the future to sell, then it would make it worthwhile. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll take a look at some of the pickups. All right, we'll start off with football. So the dealer I bought this from was ranting and raving about how it was a pop-on, and I don't know if that's true. It could be. This is the Tyreek Hill, the horizontal SP version. So sticker auto from 2016 Contenders. I'll tell you guys prices because they're all pretty fresh. I think this was $450. PSA 9 went for $200. So the PSA 10 tax was an extra $250 on that one. Here's a Wade SPX. I really don't know why I bought this. It's an 8.5. It's a cool SPX card. I think it's 750 print, but there's nothing really crazy special about it. Jose Ramirez, he's sitting at like a 45 WAR. I think he's 31 or 30. This is the gold from 14 Topps Chrome. I thought it was a cool card. 425 I think was the closing price on it. Always just I think the best way to go about buying these cards from dealers is to pick up the card. You're gonna check the sticker out. If they don't have a sticker, just go right in and make an offer. Don't ask what your best price is. Just go in with an offer. For all the offers I made, I don't think one dealer was like insulted by it. So Joe Montana. This one had good eye appeal. It's got great centering. Like this could pass as a 10, like a weak 10. If I saw it in a 10 holder, I would think it was weak, but that makes for a strong 9. So Montana 81 Topps rookie in a 9. That's an SGC 9. The white with the white cardstock with the black SGC is a nice contrast. It's like an 83 minor league set. This guy had a whole stack of these, like 10 of them, and then he had PSA 10s for like 270. And this one looked like a 10, so I just bought this one. I was just gonna put it in the PC, not looking to resell it. So his prices were all 70, all firm sticker prices, which was the only table I saw like that. He just told me it makes it easier on him, but I think it's gonna scare people away because every other table, offers a discount off a sticker. So I don't think people are smart enough to do market research on cards. Pacific Breeze, you guys have seen this one on the channel. That's a 2001 1000 print. That bottom blue edge is the one that chips. This one's razor sharp, so either pack fresh came like this or Someone did a nice slicing on that bottom edge, but it's tough to find them this nice. This was 425, I think, which I don't think anybody's collecting Breeze anymore. Here's another Breeze though. This was 275 or 300, which I mean that's a good price for an '01 best on-card auto. This is like closer to the price it was back when he used to play. These spiked close to 1,000 at one point, and now they're back to $300, which is pretty reasonable for a Breeze on-card Bowman's best auto. This was towards the end of the show. This was 325. This Dan Marino. So, I'm gonna bring it. I'll bring it home and compare it. I don't have a 10 of this card, but I've got some 9s, and I'll see if it's nicer than some of the 9s I have, and I always just compare the copies, and then just pick one I like more, and then put the other one in the store. So, 84 Topps Dan Marino 9. It might have a slight registration issue, just a little blur, so that might be why. I mean, I don't know. Aside from that, it's got great centering. So, the 84 Topps. We'll save these two for last. I mean, there's a couple. There wasn't any like insane pickups. This is one I bought just to resell later. I think it'll bounce back somewhat. This is the '03 hardcore. That's LeBron, $7.99, I think. Yeah, and it came with this mag holder, which is kind of cool. So, it snaps out like that. But it's basically a holder that's magnetic. It actually looks pretty cool too. So that was $1,500 or $1,500, I think, was the price on that. So this was a card that I saw for $200, and I almost had to do a double take on it. I thought it seemed really low. I think the settle price was $175, but I know these got up to like $800 or $900 during the 2021 season, and I know markets dip and stuff, but that's basically the price they were before he signed with the Rams. So I thought this was a good buy. Not a lot of eyes on Stafford right now, so it's a good time to buy. Cool Manning, this was like $750. This is the refractor from '98 best. It's out of 400. Can't really get the full effect of the shine because the lighting in this hotel room is so bad. I've got the window open, but it's getting dark, and I got two of these cheap lamps up here. Let's show the lamps off. There's a lamp. It's on the table, and then this lamp. This Puckett was only $50. There's a card behind it. I didn't buy hardly any raw cards. I don't know why. This is $50 for a Fleer 85 Puckett. These are impossible, and I always flip it around to look at the centering. But right to left, top to bottom is pretty much 50-50. There's a little imperfect corner on the top right. So I think this was graded accurately. Here's a rock card. So you guys, $60 for a best Ichiro. Just a neat card. These are pretty tough pulls. Wax, sealed 2001 best wax is probably incredibly expensive. So to get this raw, $60 is a good price. Newly inducted Hall of Fame. We got Scott Rowland. Here's the refractor. So I think we settled at $350 or something, somewhere around there. It could have been $375, but love 95 best. I've got an Andrew Jones PSA 8 coming in. So here's the Roland in a 9. This is the first card I bought. I think we went at 900 on this one. So the Pujols Bowman. This is one it's probably nicer than I've got a couple at home. It's probably a tad nicer than those, so I might just keep this one and sell the other. But I think this is a card for the long term that could rise a little, maybe 1,500 or so. But Bowman Pujols rookie. This is just the base, not the gold. The gold one has gold ink right there for his name. Puckett, so a couple Puckets sneaking in, but this one had great centering. Yeah, I'm always a fan of 9s that can pass as 10s, so pay a cheap price, get a great looking card. And that fits the bill for this one. This was like $350. This card was, I think it crept towards 1,000 at one point. But it's got the smallest white on the top right corner, but aside from that, it could definitely pass as a 10. So is it worth snapping out and sending? I don't know, maybe. But if not, it's a really strong 9. So That's the US 300 Soto. Here's some raws. This was from the same guy. Clemens EX credentials. What year is that? I think it's 99. So that one was like 160. So Clemens credentials. And this is like the SSP version. So the Ultimate Victory Gold to 25. You don't see these pop up ever. So Jamal Lewis, just a rare Jamal right there. Griffey Bowman's best. This was a 140 after we negotiated a little bit. Just a cool, I didn't see hardly any cool Griffeys to pick up. So pounced at this one. I think I might have one at home, but this is a good copy. LT Contenders. This was like 375. It's a good 8 though. I always like to look at the card and compare it to the grade that's on the label and just kind of make my decision after that. There's a lot of cards I picked up today that were graded a 9 or an 8 or a 10, and I just set them back because I didn't think they looked strong for their holders. But this one looked good. It's got a decent auto too. So LT Contenders ticket. Frank Thomas Leaf. These pushed to $400 or $500 back in like 2021. They've definitely settled 150 to 200 range. This was like 180 or something. But I took a glance at it. It looked great. This was a great price. I think 1500 was the final price on this one. So yeah, it is off center a little bit right to left, but this is a tough card stock and a cool Pujols rookie, the gold to 2001. So that's one just to stash away. I think it'll definitely go up in the future. And these are selling at lows, year and a half, 2-year lows. Some of these LeBrons, so I think it's a decent time to buy. I'm not saying they're going to jump back up, but better to buy when they're at lows than when they're at highs. So the finest base, and that one was, I think he was pretty firm on that 1600. And I paid probably probably a little more PayPal than cash for most of these deals. This is one that I was at the table for like 20 minutes. We're trying to get this one worked out because it's an exclusives, Brady. It's out of 100, so these haven't sold in a while. And this one, I think the last 8.5 that sold was around 6,500. It's got the back, it's not a perfect card. Beckett has it in 8.5. I think that's probably pretty accurate. It's got a little edge issue, and aside from that, though, it's a good copy. But more importantly, it's the exclusives to 100. And back and forth. I think I offered like 3,500 on it, and then we settled at like 4,300, which was definitely more than I wanted to pay. But these cards don't pop up all the time. It's just a cool parallel. So the sweatpant Brady, and then this was towards the end of the show. This was the blue Harper, and this was, I think the final price was like 3,600, which seemed fair with the pricing data that I had on the card. So 11 BC blue Harper to 150 to close out. So that's today's haul. I thought I picked up some pretty cool stuff that'll go to the PC, stuff I'll sell, and then stuff I'll hold for later. But hope you guys enjoy it. Post a comment if you feel like it.